Greetings and salutations and beyond. My name is Colin Moriarty. I'm IGN Senior Editor. I'm here to show you a little taste, a little nugget of Guacamelee Super Turbo Championship Edition. Now, if you're not from the PlayStation ecosystem, you may have never played or even heard of Guacamelee, but basically what this game is, Guacamelee came to PlayStation 3 and PlayStation Vita last year. It was exceptional. And I would call it one of Vita's best games and one of PS3's best downloadable games. It later came to PC. Basically, Sony funded it with something called Pub Fund. Drinkbox Studios is the Canadian studio that made it, and now they brought it everywhere under the moniker Super Turbo Championship Edition. So now it's on Wii U, it's on Xbox 360, it's on Xbox One, and it's also on PlayStation 4. If you still want to play the original Guacamelee, you can play it on PS3 and Vita or PC. So Super Turbo Championship Edition is not just a moniker. It really does represent a kind of what I call in the review a 1.5 version of the game. So if you're a Vita fan, for instance, think of Ragnarok Odyssey Ace or Soul Sacrifice Delta. These were not necessarily sequels, but iterations of the old game with some new stuff on them. So I beat the game today, and because I wanted to just play through it again, I actually platinumed it, 100%ed it on Vita/PS3, but I wanted to show you a little bit of the game so you can kind of see what you're getting yourself into, and if this is a game that interests you. Now, obviously, as you can see, well, I'll just show you if we go to the map. This is a game that is heavily inspired by the Metroidvania-style games. Think Super Metroid, think Castlevania Symphony of the Night, or the GBA/DS derivatives of Castlevania, etc., and so on. So it's a non-linear, side-scrolling action game that really is contingent on exploring and finding stuff. So I'm going to get out of here. I'm in El Fierno right now, which is it was actually DLC on PS3 and Vita. It's basically a bunch of challenge rooms, but I'm going to get out of here and we're going to go somewhere else and just kind of run around and see what's going on. So I'll go to the forest del Chivo. So as you can see here, the loading times aren't super egregious at all. In fact, PS4, I'm playing on PS4 now, as you can see from the icons, runs the game very well. And you can play Guacamelee with a friend locally if you want. You can see the two-player press X up there. You can play as a female companion to our protagonist, Juan. So here's a little fight. We'll show you what it's all about. So this guy has green around him. This basically corresponds with this downward attack. Basically, all the special attacks you get are color-coded, and they're very easy to execute. So if I use green on him, it breaks his shield, and then I can use my combos and kind of put him down. The fighting in this game is actually really fluid, super combo-based. It's really kind of novel. It's not like Metroid shooting. It's not like Castlevania with some whip and swordplay. It's really its own thing. So as we run around this area, we'll see some of these new enemies. And actually, if I kind of just step over here, there's some stuff in the foreground that might block you. I can just show you some of the attacks. So if I'm just punching with square, so he'll do those kinds of attacks. He'll jump with X. But if you start working in the different directional buttons, he'll start doing different attacks. And you can see the yellow blocks in the upper left corner will start to diminish as I use them more, and it refreshes after you stop using them. So if I press up and circle, he'll do an uppercut. If I jump up in the air and then press down and circle, he'll pound down. If I press over and circle, he'll punch that way. If I press just circle with nothing, he'll headbutt. These are all useful to break different color blocks and different color barriers around enemies. And, you know, obviously, so you can use this thing to kind of come down to this guy. You can grab him with triangle, then launch him in that direction, then uppercut him right there to kind of do away with him. So it's very combo-oriented. The combat is super fluid. It's really one of the standout parts of Guacamelee, and something that I think people will really enjoy as they play it themselves. So the game is actually very arena-based, and what I mean by that is as you walk into new areas, such as this area, the first time you come here, there'll be doors will seal and enemies will come in. Since I've beaten the game, that doesn't happen anymore, so we're going to have to run around and find some just naturally populating enemies like this guy here. And this guy is basically, this skeleton with the green sombrero and the green cloak is basically kind of your normal fodder this early in the game. But as you get further along, you'll find different kinds of challenges. So here, if we look, we can keep going. There's actually, there's actually a secret down here that we haven't gotten yet, so let's check it out. You can see here, if I go to the map, right below, you can see the luchador's face. Right below that is a blue block that indicates that I haven't punched through something over here yet. So let's go see. It's probably like a heart container or something of this nature. So let's see if we can go grab it. Am I on the right track? I am. So I think we need to go over here. These are save points, by the way. Here's a little thing I'll show you real cool since we're here. You press triangle. You can actually buy different abilities with the money you earn from defeating enemies, etc. You can do some side quests and whatnot. And I actually have quite a bit of money, so we can start buying some stuff. So let's buy the suplex and the pile driver. You can also buy costumes using silver coins. You see I have $84 in silver. You find those throughout the game, usually from defeating those aforementioned arenas. And you can grab these different costumes that basically give you special attacks or actually specific deficits that make the game harder. These were previously DLC on PlayStation platforms when they were available on PS3 and Vita. So we're right below it, so if we jump up here, we can actually use the... Yeah, let's do that. We'll use the double jump. Now, over in blue, yep, so it's a heart container, so you can punch this open, grab a heart, and actually this will give me a whole new extension, as you can see there on my health, which is kind of cool. And there was another one over here, so let's go check it out. We'll walk, let's see, yeah, we'll go up and over. Break these guys real quick. Alright, we're moving, we're going. The blue guys down here, yep. So we'll punch through that. Alright, so this is, let's see if we can do this puzzle here. We're gonna have to jump through. Alright, so let's do this. Let's see if we can even do it. I don't know. Maybe not. Oh, hitting the wrong button. To block, yeah, L2. By the way, this is changing between worlds, which is actually really important in the game. Yep, got it. So we got another nice little heart piece. Now we gotta get out of here. Another store entirely, of course. Yep, perfect. So what else is there to see? Let's go back up and we'll show you just one more world real quick. We'll go up to these, you can see up there on the there's a little stone head, kind of like Olmec guy. He's your way to transport. You saw that earlier, actually, when I came to this location in the first place. So we'll climb up. Right. Push triangle, take a trip. Let's go to... Let's go to the Desierto Caliente. I took French, so don't blame me. Let's see. So again, these brief load times. And let's see, is there anything really to see down here? Actually, you know what? Let's go back down. No, let's go this way. Sorry about that. I didn't really plan what I was going to do here. Fine. There's a doorway here. And then if we go back down, we'll find ourselves in this desert location, which is kind of cool. It's actually kind of a cool place you can train. You know, it's in one world, it's raining. In the other world, the living world, it's sunny. This is the dead world. But let's turn into a chicken. You can do that. L1. Very cool, very cute. We kind of keep running here. We'll go back to where we were before, which was the challenge mode area. And maybe we'll just try one of these and see what it's all about. This isn't DLC I messed with on PS3 and Vita, so I've actually been working my way through it kind of organically here. And not finding too much trouble so far with the one I was just on before I jumped into the bay here, the capture bay, to kind of record this Let's Play for you. I was having a little bit of difficulty with it, so let's see if I can do it for you, or at least show you what it's all about. So we're running. We're trying to actually get to a law office, believe it or not. Very funny. The guys at Drinkbox Studios have a great sense of humor. You might have played their other games. The Blobs games, there's one on PS3, and there's one on Vita. It was a Vita launch game, and I think that one's actually on PS3 and 360 now. So yeah, here we're back in this little town area, this decrepit town. And you see when I press R2, it doesn't actually let me change. It's just the dead world permanently. So we're running. I actually was taking the old head, but I guess I took the scenic route. And here we are, Devil's Advocates Law Firm. Very funny. And if we go to the right here, we'll see a series of rooms that are basically challenge rooms. So if we go up here, we'll see rooms that I've already beaten. So I've actually already gotten them. You can see the little gold medals up there. I've gotten the gold medals on all those, which means that it's basically complete. And I'm actually working my way over here now. So I did this one, and yeah, so I'm on this one, which is the final one on this floor. So let's see what it's all about. So Challenge 8. it says defeat the enemies without the use of your special moves. So that means that I can't use any of my circle-based moves. The moves based on the circle button. And this is hard because, and I was having trouble right off the bat because these guys, yeah, like like you have to use the ground pound to get these guys out of the ground usually. So the cool thing is that we can use the touchpad on PS4 to reset right back to the beginning if you want. As you said, it's a restart right there, so it kind of just makes it easy for you. So like let these guys kind of do their thing here. And you're trying to get your combo up, you can see, to 120 if you want to reap the benefits of getting the gold medal here. So let's see what we can do. So far, so good. Oh god. Nope, I got hit. So if I got hit, I get reset, and then I start from the beginning. Anyway, I'm not going to bore you with this. I'll go back to my desk and try to figure this out. So we wanted to give you a little taste on Guacamelee, Super Turbo Championship Edition. Again, if you own it on PS3 and Vita, you're getting a bit of a different game, a 1.5 version of the game. You can't buy this new version on PS3 and Vita, so you only have the old version to work with. But if you have, an Xbox 360, an Xbox One, a PS4, or Wii U, you can enjoy this new refurbished version of Guacamelee on those specific consoles. And I cannot wait to see what Drinkbox has up their sleeves next. I think they're one of the most underrated developers in the industry, and they're working on something new, and hopefully we get a Guacamelee 2, a proper Guacamelee 2 at some point. So anyway, for all things, for everything rather on Guacamelee or Drinkbox Studios or all these great indie games coming out of the woodwork, keep it tuned, IGN.